Welcome back to the channel. Today we'll do part 2 of my Gauntlet series, where we put the 1MORE Evos up against one of my top 5 earbuds. Last video you saw them go up against my number 5 set, which was the Soundcore Liberty Pro 3s, or Liberty 3 Pro, excuse me. Today they'll go up against my number 4, which is the Bowers Wilkins PI7s. They'll go head to head with features and things they have similar and different. So let's get into it. Okay, what we have here in front of us now is the Bowers Wilkins PI7s and the 1MORE Evos. Okay, the 1MORE Evos go for $169.99, but if you go to their website, you'll be able to get a $30 discount, still running as of today, which will take these down to $139.99. The PI7s, they go for $400. You can get them on Amazon and their website. Okay, now we can both tell that the cases are a little bit different. This one's a little steeper, a little bigger case, still slim. As you can tell by the form factor, let me get that up there. You can see very slim, very pocketable, just a little wider. I love the way it looks, the way it feels. It has like almost like a matte finish where you don't have to worry about fingerprints on it or anything like that. The one thing about this there's a feature about this that we will discuss later that puts it up, I guess with the top ones, especially if you're top earbuds, especially if you're traveling. We'll talk about that in a minute. If you look at the case from the 1MOREs, very small, sleek, also has a matte finish for no fingerprints. We can take a look, see how thin that is. Let's get this off to the side here. Let me get that. See how thin that is across it. Very smooth, kind of almost slippery. I almost dropped these a couple times, just the case rather, because of the slipperiness, or maybe it was just me. See, I almost dropped it there. But very nice taste, also extremely pocketable. And let's go ahead and take a look at the earbuds themselves. Okay, we'll put one out here, pull one out of here. All right, so let's take a look at the form factors here. The Evos, that I just love the black with the gold trim accent. I love that. Very sleek, not too big. When you sit them in your ear, they're real flush, so they don't protrude out as much. They sit right in your pocket of your ear perfectly, and when you get the right tips, you'll get a perfect seal, and that helps with noise canceling and also sound. And you look at the PI7s, they took a different route, pretty much got to the same place, but took a different route in my opinion. They have of course they have the roundness, are very sleek with the exception of this tip here. It kind of sticks out, and it, when you put it in your ear, it protrudes out a little bit. But once again, they sit very comfortably in your ear, in the pocket of your ear when you do the twist and lock, and they sit in there very comfortable, very light. Both earbuds are extremely light, despite the different form factors. And let's say also with the correct tip, you'll get a perfect seal. And on these ones as well, both have the in-ear detection sensor. As you can, I don't know if you can see it here. There's one there. It is for the Evos, and of course it's a little sensor here on the the PI7s. Now, both of these, actually not both, but the 1MOREs are running Bluetooth 5.0. where they have AAC, SBC, and adaptX, adaptX adaptive, aptX adaptive, if I can get my words together. Then they also have like the low latency and everything of that nature. So these guys are fully equipped. But let me see. I'm sorry, these ones on 5.0. These ones on 5.2. Excuse me, I got them mixed up. 5.2, AAC, SBC, and LDAC. That's what they do. Okay. And with the PI7s, these ones run 5.0. These are out a little longer, of course, than these guys. But these ones are the ones that has AAC, SBC, and aptX adaptive with low latency and everything like that. These basically they sound great out of the box. Both of them sound great, but these ones sound phenomenal. Okay, now as far as battery life with these guys, the Evos, I'm gonna call them sound cores. The Evos with ANC on, you get 5.5 hours. But plus the 20 with the case. With ANC off, you get 8 hours. And 28 hours with the case if you're not using the ANC. Like I said, with the Bowers and Wilkins, you get 4 hours of battery time. ANC on, ANC off, it doesn't matter. In my opinion, I still got the same amount of time. That's the real downer of this set, especially for the price point. I was hoping that you would get a lot more time with these, but you do get fast charge capability. 15 minutes of charge would give you 2 additional hours of playtime with these. So that's a positive in its position, in its favor with these guys. I didn't believe these had it, but they, like I said, these will last me all workday. Of course, these they probably both would, but these would work much. I can get a full day out of these ones where I wouldn't out of these ones. So one thing about this, another thing about these, they'll go head to head. These ones have multi-point. These ones, sorry, the Evos have multi-point connectivity feature, whereas the Bowers and Wilkins do not, but they do have the Bluetooth transmitter function. Now that function is basically if you have a device that doesn't have Bluetooth functionality. Okay, you can use the included adapting cable, jack it into your device. It comes with, I think it's a 3.5. Listen at me. It's a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack plug. You plug that in. You run it into your USB port here. You hit, of course, you have the earbuds in your ear, of course. And you hit this button here, and you turn the case into a Bluetooth transmitter, and you can use your earbuds listening to the audio from your non-Bluetooth device. So these are excellent for like plane rides or like I said, any type of device that does not have Bluetooth capability but does have a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. That is basically the gist of these ones, other than the sound outside the box when they come out of the box. But yeah, that's what you get with these ones. Of course, with the Evos, you get the multi-point connectivity, which is flawless from the start. Like I said in my previous video, make sure you do the update as soon as you get them out the box for optimal functionality. I didn't do that in the first, but then I wound up doing it, and of course they work fantastically after that. We're going to go ahead and dive into their apps. Okay, let me go ahead and pull my phone out. And let's see. We're going to open up. First things first, we're going to go with the Challenger. We'll go with the Evos since they're challenging here tonight. And we're going to make sure that they're connected. Boom, there it is. They are connected. All right, so now let's go into their app. There we go. They're connected. Of course, like I said, you get, let me move up a little bit so you can see. Of course, you get all the connections there. You get left, right batteries, your battery strength, your case battery strength. You got your active noise cancellation options there. I know if you've seen my videos before, you've seen me go through these, so I'm gonna quickly run through them. You got your smart playback options where you can hit where you want it to either play and pause completely, or do nothing. Custom settings. Of course, you can, that's for if you want to do skip and reverse tracks, however you want to set up the double tap and triple tap features on them. And then, of course, you use Sound ID to fine tune your hearing experience with the earbuds. That's a very good. I liked it. It made a world of difference for me. Some people do not like it, but it made a world of difference for me, enhancing the audio with these earbuds, of course. And then you got your Bluetooth connection set up. This is where you will go in. You want to select for priority, which one you want to take priority with. You want to take more priority with sound or connectivity. So I don't know why that still says stable connection, but I'll fix that later. Then, of course, you got your product guide and you got soothing sounds. Let's take a look in there. Okay. And then you can go through various songs. I didn't ask for that. Sorry. Go through various songs, like not songs, but sounds. Like if you're laying anywhere, you can relax. Listen to drizzle, thunderstorm, breeze. There's a whole gambit of them. Let me pause. Okay. So a whole gambit of them that you can choose from. There's some in there that I like also. And then you go in, and this is another thing I want to make sure everybody know. All right, so if you tap on the 1MORE icon, and then go into experimental features, you want to make sure you turn on the dual device connection. That will allow you to do the multi-point connectivity, because out of the box, that option is turned off. So you want to go ahead and make sure you go in there and turn that on. Then the multi-point connection feature is flawless after that point. Okay, and that is the 1MORE Evo web app. Let's go ahead and get the Bowers and Wilkins PI7 set up. Okay. All right, we got them connected. As you can see, they're connected. Now let's go into the Bowers and Wilkins web app. And their app is really, I could say, lacking. They don't have a lot of features in there. Let me go ahead and tap to connect. Okay, so now here we are. You can see, you can show mine. They say they're my PI. They don't say that, I guess they run out of space there. But of course, you have your battery strength for left earbuds, case, right earbud. You have an option for not the noise cancellation. You can select auto, which will automatically increase and decrease it depending on where you at or where you. And then of course you got your ambient pass through function. You can dial that back or dial it straight forward all the way down. Okay, and then of course you can go to the next screen. It'll tell you your connectivity function, your connectivity device, your connected devices, or the ones you can connect to. Now, these does not have multi-point connectivity, so if you want to switch devices, you would have to physically turn off this connection and then turn it on the other connection that you want them to be connected to. Now, of course, then you're going to go into the next screen. They have what they call soundscapes. Was similar. This is just about the same as the Evo's sounds. Of course, they don't have as many. Okay, they only have 6, where there's way so many in the on the 1MORE's app. There are so many. Okay, and then of course you can go into this app where you can change the name. You can turn on your wear sensor when you take one out, they pause and everything. Software updates and about. So this app is very, very slack. It doesn't have any type of EQ functionality or anything like that. Which these I believe they're great out of the box, but I think they would do so much better with a EQ, a multi-band EQ that you could use. See, of course, you go into the settings, you got analytics and everything like that. But yeah, I think these would work so much better if they had an EQ that you could work with. And that is just about it for these guys. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and slide that to the side. Now, we already talked about the fit. They both fit. They're very comfortable, very light, both of them. So let's talk about the sound now. Excuse me. These the Evos. I love these. These have great sound. Once you, like I said, again, the proper ear tip makes all the difference. I got I selected a bigger ear tip for mine, because I like that bigger seal. I like, make sure I got a solid seal in there actually. And these work fantastic. The sound is great. But you have to use the sound ID option in order to get it to be great. They're good out of the box, but not great. Whereas the Bowers and Wilkins, the PI7s, these are great from the start. I guess they figured these are tuned properly enough where they really don't need an EQ, at least in their mindset. I would like to have an EQ for these just to tweak it. It's a little bit more, but right outside the box. I mean, when I first tried these and I first got them and I put them on, I was like, wait, let me try a different song. And I went to another song and another song. And these things, they kept up. They were just great. Continued. That's why there's, despite the battery life, the lack thereof of battery life, these are my number 4 earbuds because of the sound right out of the box. Everybody above them have something over them that would, that deservingly gets them above them. So these, I love these. These are a great earbud. It's going to be tough for these guys. It's tough for the Evos to get over them. But yeah, they both sound great, and I would recommend them to anybody. But I would go, this one, I will give points to the Evos, or excuse me, I'll give points to the Bowers and Wilkins as far as sound goes. But yeah, they're both good. This one just needs help to get good. These ones are good right out of the box. So they'll get that point. So let's back up and let's do the comparisons, okay? So number 1, price definitely goes to the Evos. Okay? Connectivity, Evos with the Bluetooth 5.2 as opposed to the 5.0 on the Bowers and Wilkins. Okay. Okay. Battery life again goes to the Evos. Up to 8 hours, where you only get 4 hours on the PI7s. Okay. Now the special features. I guess for my daily workday, I would go with the 1MOREs because I would use the multi-point feature more being at work, where I can have it set up where my phone, I can connect to my phone and to my computer. So I would definitely use that in my everyday flow. So 1MORE gets that one. Now, as far as the, I don't travel a lot, or by plane or anything like that. So the Bluetooth transmitter would be worthless to me in my present field. So, okay, so that will go to 1MORE. Now, app features, I would give them a tie on app features. Okay, both of them, they're streamlined. They don't have EQs. Both of them could use a lot more, but they both have the sound app where you got your audible sounds and stuff that you can listen and relax to. So they both have those. But I will give them a draw. Okay, and of course the most important thing, sound. by far, not by far, but by far, I would say, let's say that by far, it would be the PI7s. So, will the Evos leapfrog the PI7s and move up the chain as they leapfrogged over they barely leapfrogged over the Liberty 3 Pros and move into the number 4 spot? I'm going to say, yes. I'm going to say yes. They are definitely going to go up ahead of the Liberty Pro 3 Pros, and now they're going to surpass my Bowers and Wilkins to be number 4 on my list of favorite earbuds, mainly because of the multi-point functionality, which, like I said, I would be able to use more so in my daily duties, as you know, as far as being at work and everything like that. I will definitely be able to use these more so than these. I mean, granted, these sound phenomenal, but the 4-hour battery life, as opposed to getting up to 8 hours on these guys, and the multi-point connectivity is the main thing here on this one. So there you have it, my comparison between the two. You want to definitely take a look at both of these. I would highly recommend either one if you want to take a dive and just see how they are. These guys are expensive, so yeah, you got to be dedicated to these if you want to try these. I was real dedicated when I got these. I really wanted the charcoal ones, but they weren't available at the time. But I've grown to like these white ones. Yeah, so that's it for the comparison, and we will talk to you later. Okay, that was the comparison of the 1MORE Evos and the Bowers Wilkins PI7s. The 1MORE Evos will definitely move up on my list to number 4, whereas the PI7s will fall back down to the number 5 spot. Excuse me, yes, the number 5 spot. Possibly even fall out of my top 5 once I put them up against my Liberty 3 Pros somewhere down the line. Okay. Thanks again for tuning in. If you like what you saw, go ahead and hit the like button. If you want to see the rest of the Gauntlet series, go ahead and hit subscribe so that you're notified once the videos drop. The next one up will be my number 3 earbud, and I'm gonna leave that one quiet. I'm not gonna preview that one like I did this ones before. So stay tuned, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.